Hi there, welcome to LuxTop. On this channel we talk about self-improvement, personal discovery, business, investing and much more. If you are new on our channel, make sure to like, subscribe and click on the bell to turn on the notifications and know every time we upload a new video. If you're introverted, it can seem like it's impossible to be popular, because the common perception is that it's the extroverts that are popular. But it's possible to be massively popular as an introvert in any situation you find yourself in, including a job interview. So today we are going to show you how to be hugely popular. Number 1. Direct praise towards others. When you find you're receiving praise for something you've done or said or achieved, if you talk about the people who help you do it, the person you're talking to thinks you're being humble and down to earth, which makes them like you more. If you can't redirect praise to someone else, then use humor to lightly make fun of the question, so the person asking it sees your humility and how down to earth you are. Most experts agree that there is no such thing as being too humble. However, sometimes low self-esteem can mask itself as being humble, and low self-esteem can make someone unable to be proud of their accomplishments. If you're receiving praise, the most charismatic thing to do is not to duck and weave and not accept the compliment. It's to thank the person for making the compliments. Tell them you appreciate their comments and then redirect some of the praise to others. So it's not about lowering yourself, it's about elevating others. So when you're in an interview or any situation where you receive a compliment, thank the person for their compliment. Tell them you appreciate their comments and then praise others for their help. Number 2. Have a zen-like presence. What I mean by this is to be calm and stay composed, even when you're feeling stressed or nervous about the situation you're in, like an interview. However, being calm and composed won't necessarily win over your audience or the person you're speaking to on its own. So to win over your audience or the person you're speaking to, a great strategy is to punctuate a point you make in the conversation by getting excited like an extrovert and maybe using hand gestures to emphasize the point you're making. This shows the person you're speaking to you're genuinely engaged and enthusiastic about the subject you're speaking about. Number 3. Use enthusiastic hand gestures. When you're interested in the topic you're talking about, use your hands to punctuate your points. A great way to get someone's interest in what you're about to say is to rub your hands together and smile just a bit. Most people take this as you're about to make a really important or juicy point in the conversation. When you do this, you'll have the full attention of the people listening to you. So in an interview situation, use your hands to particularly accentuate the points you want the hiring manager to get. Number 4. Embrace that you are introverted. Most introverts tend to talk about how things felt or feel, as opposed to extroverts who tend to talk about how things look or hear when they explain something. If there is one thing most introverts should make a conscious effort to do, particularly in an interview, is to hold good eye contact with the person they are speaking to. Introverts, by their nature, tend to stare off into the distance or look down when they speak. However, if you can make a conscious effort to hold eye contact with the person you're in a conversation with while you're speaking to them, then that person will feel you're more engaged in the conversation and feel like they connected with you more afterwards. Number 5. Be generous. Be generous of yourself and your time. Most introverts tend to be scared to engage too much with others. However, by giving of yourself and your time, people get to see the real you and at the same time appreciate you for what you're doing. At the same time,